We've journeyed through the outer reaches of Scotland's forests, encountered the curious haggis species of the outer lowlands and middle forests. But now we venture where few have dared. Welcome to the heart of the Caledonian forest, where the trees and plants grow so thick with tartan that sunlight barely penetrates the canopy. Here, in this primeval landscape, dwells the rarest and most elusive of all wild haggis species, the deep forest haggis. While we've documented the outer forest haggis and middle forest variety, the deep forest haggis remains a tantalizing mystery. So rarely seen, it exists more in whispered folklore than scientific journals. What little we know about the deep forest haggis comes from fragments of evidence collected over centuries. Unlike their cousins, these haggis are thought to be nearly silent, communicating through subtle vibrations in the forest floor. Their diet remains a complete mystery. What little we think we know about these creatures comes from fleeting glimpses and questionable folklore. They're said to be smaller than their woodland kin, with eyes adapted for the perpetual twilight of the deep forest. Foraging patterns typical of other haggis species are absent here. While we've observed the feeding habits of other haggis species, the nutrition of these elusive creatures remains a complete enigma. Some theorize they might have developed a symbiotic relationship with the ancient tartan pines themselves, perhaps feeding on a rare tartan fungus found only on the roots of the oldest tartan trees. In the old stories, the deep forest haggis was said to be the keeper of the forest's magic. They were believed to eat the poisonous plants of the wood, transforming the toxins into wisdom. Some researchers propose that the deep forest haggis has evolved beyond the need for physical sustenance. They suggest that, like the land itself, these creatures draw life from the very stories told about them. In this hypothesis, every whispered tale, every wide-eyed child's question about the wild haggis, every tourist's hopeful scan of the undergrowth, all of these feed the deep forest haggis. They sustain themselves on wonder, on the human need for mystery and magic in the world. The deep forest haggis remains hidden, a shadow among shadows. But perhaps this is fitting, for this is the very creature that has captured the imagination of Scotland for generations. Indeed, when the old tales speak of wild haggis, when children gather round the fire to hear stories of the untamable beastie of the woods, it is this deep forest-dwelling haggis they speak of. This is the creature that has fueled Scottish folklore for centuries, the ultimate symbol of the wild, untamed heart of Scotland. As much as we yearn to unlock the secrets of the deep forest haggis, perhaps their elusiveness serves a greater purpose. In a world where so few mysteries remain, the deep forest haggis reminds us of nature's capacity to evade our understanding, to remain wild and unknowable. As we conclude our expedition into the deepest parts of Scotland's forests, we leave with more questions than answers. The deep forest haggis remains as mysterious as ever, a testament to nature's ability to keep her most precious secrets hidden in the shadows. In this ancient woodland, the wild haggis thrives, unseen and undisturbed, and perhaps that's exactly as it should be. The wild haggis in all its forms reminds us that there is magic in the unexplained, beauty in the unknown. It challenges us to preserve not just the creatures we can see and study, but also the legends that fire our imagination. For as long as there are forests to explore and stories to be told, the wild haggis will remain. Always sought, seldom seen, but forever a part of Scotland's wild and beautiful soul.